CRM training. Functional area, finance management. From here, the system provides you multiple finance management functions, which include the dashboard, the management itself, which is receipting and other functions, the setup, commission processing, syncing transactions from integrated points such as bank, authorization of transactions based on Maker Checker and QuickBooks Online. From the setup, the system provides you the capability to create all the payment plans that are required for the sales process of a unit. From here, you select the project, select the frequency, reservation amount, the reservation percent, the deposit percent, the discount percent, and some of these functions are intertwined. For example, the deposit percent would be the requirement, how much would be required as a payment upfront as a deposit. Reservation percent, how much is required as a reservation amount at point of sales. The discount, if in case the customer is to make a payment based on a certain plan, what discount amounts are acceptable. On completion, what will be the percentage amount that is payable by the customer at the point of completion of the project. When does the payment plan begin and when does the payment plan end? And what is the installment percentage, which defines the percentage collectible for each installment through the sales process. You're also able to determine the computation process of the plan based on the project period, which then will determine that if the project starts in January to December and the frequency is monthly and the installment plan is 10%, then the system will have 10% across each month from January through December. Installment plan. This one is based on the installment limits where you're able to define the installment schedule as I'll show ahead. And lastly, the fixed plan. Here you're able to state that the total percentage is based on a fixed number of installments. So where you're stating that you have 10 installments and those 10 installments then would all be of 10% and it does not determine the percentage based on the date from date to period. The installment plan from this, as stated in the computation plan, which is installment plan, you're also able to define the installment 1, installment 2, installment 3, etc., and define the percentage expected under each installment and the period to which that installment is active. The unit cost, this here determines the cost of each unit as per the project configuration. And here you're able to determine the unit project, the code, the payment plan to which you have settled for, the apartment, the bedroom sizes, the square meters, and the total charge for that unit based on that plan. And then you're also able to define the category and the market price as well. From here, you can also state the service charge, the deposit period that is required, and the provisional collection period for that deposit. Based on these configurations, the system will be able to automatically determine based on the plan, what is the charge amount for that unit being sold out to a customer. For example, if a customer was to buy unit A010, which is tagged as a semi-annual payment, they would be expected to pay 3.5. If they were to choose another type of payment on the same unit, the system will be able to automatically change the cost based on the other type of payment, either monthly, mortgage, etc. You're also able to define other charge types. And in this case, as mentioned, we have the deposit charge type, reservation, installments, and you can have as many charge types as you seem fit within the business. For accounting, you're also able to determine the collection entities, in this case, the bank collection entities, where the money is posted into at the point of receipting. You're also able to tag a bank to a project so that then you have internal controls to determine which collection bank is applicable to which project. You can also block out a bank for the purposes of it no longer being used at the purpose of collection and receipting. From the finance management function, here the system gives you two processes of collection. One, you're able to do manual receipts, and within this receipting process, you capture the customer, the reference, the payment date, the settlement amount, and the narration as well. And you can also attach a proof of payment for the purposes of validation. You're also able to utilize the same journey for lease management payment, which allows for you to collect for monies that have been tagged to the lease and tenants units. You can also reallocate a receipt from one unit to the other by selection of the receipt itself and to the customer you want to reallocate that unit receipt to. You can also reverse a receipt. For this, you're able to cancel the receipt so that it is no longer active as a receipt within the customer unit. You can also process refunds, and from this journey, the system will only refund to customers who have excessive payments as well as those ones who have forfeited on the sales process, and we had a payment as well. And with the forfeit with payment, the system has the capability to check what is the non-refundable amount and what is the refundable amount as well. You can be able to also post credit notes, which would then be able to send in as discounts or other uncollectible amounts within a customer as well. You can be able to automatically upload all the receipts in the system so that then they automatically allocate to the customers in reference to the collection from your previous system. You can also be able to send out SMS reminders, which would be for balances that have not yet been cleared by customers. And from this, you can be able to determine whether you want to send out SMSs on lease process or those in sales houses, sales process as well. You can filter by project, filter by block, customer, or unit. Minimum balance, maximum balance, or minimum percentage balance, or maximum percentage balance. And from here, you're able to prepare the message by capturing the message template, which then will be used for communication to the customers as well. You're also able to set up the penalties, which then will be able to be computed on customers as penalties collectible due to unpayments as required. The second collection process is automated collection, which is a direct integration from your bank or your mobile money or the Primeforce Pay process. From here, all the transactions coming from that integration service would be automatically reviewable here. And for those that are identifiable by the unit, the system will automatically receipt. For those that are not identifiable by the unit, you're able to come in and do an allocation onto the very customer based on the receipt that has been done. The system also provides a make a checker process, which requires financial approval or supervisory approval in certain functions. For example, transaction approvals for discounts, for credit notes, and any other services. The system also would require approval of forfeited transactions for the purposes of control by the finance office. Also, the system does provide the capability to manage commissions, which are as based on the plan that has been set in the property management, where commissions are either paid out based on full payment or based on the reservation amount. And from here, you're able to see all the commissions payable, and you can also be able to approve the commissions for each unit. Lastly, from the finance management, you are able to have the QuickBooks Online process, which gives you the capability to do financial accounting. And from here, you'll require to integrate into the QuickBooks file, after which map out all the QuickBook entries from the process of the QuickBooks ledgers. And once mapped out, where you state where the account receivables go to, the discounts go to, the deferred revenue go to, the fund transfer go to, the forfeited units go to, the money coming from mobile money goes to, and other charges or other entries. Once this mapping out has been done, All you'll do is sync the records, and the system will automatically be able to flow those transactions from the CRM into the QuickBooks Online. Beyond this, the system does give you a dashboard, which gives you the capability to view what is the total expected income, the total collection in terms of invoice, the total amount received, and the total amount that is in default. You are also able to see a summary of the payment by installments and a summary by the payment plans as well. You can also be able to see all the late payments, as well as the sales items, as well as the unit costs based on the configurations done. Beyond this, the system also gives you other analytical views, such as monthly dashboards as well as weekly dashboards. And that is all about the finance management. Thank you.